Welcome back to another video here on the Lil'X YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be hopefully answering one question. Was the mini iPhone really that bad? Now, as someone who never owned a mini iPhone, I've got to experience it through people like a coworker of mine, and I was a very big fan of it. Now, did I get it for myself? I did not. I went the opposite route and I used the Pro Max version of the iPhone. But I was always intrigued by the mini small form factor, especially since it still packed the same hardware as the regular size one. I'm sure y'all guessed it already. We are going to be checking out a iPhone 12 mini. Now, this iPhone 12 mini I picked up on eBay for around $100. It is locked to T-Mobile, so that's probably why I got it so cheap. I do have T-Mobile myself, so I don't see any issues with that. We got some stuff about erasing your information and stuff like that. We will, I guess if you refund it, you have to clear the iPhone, which makes sense. We have some shipping paperwork. We got some, let's see here. Oh, and we don't get anything else in the package, which is okay. We have chargers and everything. This is the exact description that was on the eBay page. So it says, ring around the back camera is missing, which is totally okay. I'm going to order some off of probably AliExpress. But the packaging is pretty well. It came in another envelope, but I took that one out. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, I did go for the red variant that you see here. It looks almost pinkish, I'm not gonna lie. It is a very light red, at least the glasses, but there's no doubt that, you know, the aluminum sides, it is a red iPhone. Now, in the hand, this thing feels super tiny. Here, I have a Roku remote, and these things are tiny by themselves, as you can see here. The Roku remote seems to be taller than the iPhone 12 mini. Now, here in the back, we see the missing camera ring on one of the cameras. I think it's the wide angle camera. Also, let me know how the video quality is. We are recording this with the Pixel 9a. So far, it looks pretty good on the viewfinder. We'll see how good it is when we edit it. But let's not take the shine away from this iPhone 12 mini. Looking around the device, as you can see here, we have our SIM card. I believe this does support eSIM. I don't have a physical SIM card no more, at least with T-Mobile. As you can see, the top here looks pretty good. I'm not seeing any major scuffs or like somebody might have dropped it. The power button does have a little bit of residue on there. I'm not sure what that might be from. We have our 5G antenna right here. I am seeing some scuff now, as you can see right there. Very minimal though. I mean, obviously with a case you can barely see those, but just holding it like this, how you usually hold the phone, you're not going to see it. The screen looks very mint. It looks in very, very good condition. Now, obviously, I do have some smudges already on it. But looking at it, I don't see any major scratches or anything. Hopefully, that's a good sign. Aside from those scuffs, I see some more here on the side. Okay, it's not in the best condition, but for $100, it is not bad. As you can see here, we have the bottom lightning charging port, and we have our silent switch, which honestly, I kind of do miss. Instead of the action button on my iPhone 15 Pro Max that, I used it for the flashlight, even though I still caught myself tapping on it right here. But without further ado, let's power it on, see if he has any juice.
A few moments later.
Alright, that is not a good sign. Let me pull a charger from over here, see if we can hopefully get it to power on. In the description that I saw on eBay, it was powered on, which is why, I went through and buying it. And they did not mention anything about it being dead. Let's see here, the Apple logo maybe. I'm not seeing. Oh, there we go. So we're going to let it charge for a second and we'll come right back.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, so we are back. It is powered on. We have set it up. And just by using this device in the initial setup, just by, interacting with it, this device feels phenomenal in the hand. Now, how so? Look at the reachability of this phone. You can literally reach all around it with just one hand. Now, my hand is not the biggest. It's also not the smallest. But the fact that you can interact fully with this phone one-handed is amazing. Just for that in itself, it is really not bad. Now, checking out the OS, as you can see here, we are running on an older version of iOS. I believe I saw 15 in the settings. As you can see here, we are running 15.6.1. iPhone 12 mini, and we did get the 64 gigabyte variant. I wish I would have gotten the 128, but for $100, I am not going to complain, especially for the quality. Now, going around here, we can get the newest iOS update, iOS 26. As you can see there, we can fully upgrade to do so if we wanted to. I will go ahead and do that later once I'm setting it up for myself and stuff like that. Going around, now the battery seems to be going down relatively fast. We were at 8% whenever I first, finished charging it. We appear to be at 6% now. Totally understandable. It is a small phone. It's going to have a small battery. Let's go ahead and check the health of it. Highly curious how it's going to be. Oh, wow. We have 94% capacity. I was expecting it to have like 60, 50, or even the warning that says that you need to replace it. 94 for a 12 mini? That is amazing. Whoever owned this phone might have probably not used it as much. That is amazing. Yeah, this battery is still like, this is way better than my 2-year-old iPhone 15 Pro Max was. That is pretty cool. Now, I'm sure that number is going to be going down pretty fast. But the fact that it's like that now, that's amazing. Now, going around here, as you can see here, it's your standard iPhone. I'm not going to bore you going around. We do have a big old notch at the top. It would be awesome to see one of these with the dynamic island. Now, the bezels are also on the thicker side, but I mean, they are probably around the same or a little bit smaller than the ones on the 9A. Being the Pixel, that is. But yeah, this is a full-fledged iPhone that fits comfortably in your hand. Like, this in your pocket, you're not gonna feel it. You're gonna feel like you forgot your phone. I feel like that's gonna happen to me, especially coming from a 15 Pro Max. That is crazy. I am super excited to be rocking this as my daily. I might grab maybe like a skin or a screen protector on it. I tend to be pretty good with my devices. Now, I know accidents can happen, and I've dropped phones before. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. But, yeah, no. Just for that reason in itself, I would say this is definitely worth it. And it's definitely not bad. If you can find yourself a cheap one like this, I would definitely recommend it. Or even for, somebody who's going to get their first phone. This is pretty cool. It's small, comfortable. You get all the features. FaceTime. You get all, the cameras. You get the 4K video recording. As you can see here, we can record at 4K 60 FPS. As you can see here, 4K 60 over at the top. That is amazing. And yep, wide angle works. Everything works, even though we have a missing camera ring. But let's take the front-facing camera. I did not check that one. Oh, yep, totally working. As you can see here, we have our Pixel 9a in the tripod recording. And as you can see here, we have our little setup where we have, our Blue Yeti. Oh, it even goes wider. I didn't know that it went wider than that. That's pretty cool. Where we have our Blue Yeti microphone. That's what I used to record the audio on. But yeah, this has been a quick checkup, quick unboxing. And I guess to answer the question, were they really that bad? Not at all. I almost dropped it there. I know I wasn't in the main demographic at the time. And honestly, I kind of regret it because this is amazing. But someone who consumes a lot of video and a lot of content, this would definitely not have done it for me at the time. Now it's totally fine. I feel like I feel totally comfortable watching YouTube and stuff like that. I guess my mentality, in my mind, I was like, oh no, it's going to be super small. But I mean, also, that's what we have iPads for, we have tablets, we have TVs, we have laptops. And with that said, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. It helps out. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. Share the video. Let me know if you yourself had a small mini iPhone, or if you still have one. Like, this is amazing. I am super excited to be using this phone. Reviewing it is cool, and I mainly, review all the tech. But this is amazing. I am super excited. But like I mentioned, let me know if you had one. If you still have one, do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy using it? Or is it too small for you? Did you end up going back to a bigger phone? Or do you miss it? Do you wish Apple would bring it back? And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.